Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, the Kenyan government through William Ruto's administration had an arrangement to deploy about 1,000 police officers from Kenya to Haiti. Haiti has had it has received a lot of beatings because of the gang violence on the street. Nearly 5,000 people were killed last year. Now, with all this, we saw the court in Kenya making a ruling terming that move as unconstitutional to deploy Kenya police officers to Haiti. Now, the fact is that only Kenya Defense Forces through the National Security Council can be deployed outside our borders. But for the police, their deployment should be through within our borders only. Sio nje ya Kenya, hapa tu, within our borders. They can be deployed. That is the constitution and the laws governing this country. So that's under the Police Act something, if you read our constitution. But Ruto is in Rome, Italy. And in one of the interviews on international media, Ruto confirmed that the plan to deploy police officers from Kenya to Haiti is still on. And what they're waiting for is a bilateral agreement in terms of signing of papers. In fact, in his argument, Ruto is arguing that people are misinterpreting what the court said on that ruling. That the only thing they need to do is to have the paperwork between Haiti and Kenya. Then even with that, you ask a question. Haiti has not a substantive elected president after the assassination of their president in 2021. So this paperwork, itakuwa inasainiwa na Ruto na nani kule? So many questions. But there is something fishy in Ruto's response to this. Listen to him shortly. Then we're going to continue with this discussion.
So we already have a bilateral relations with Haiti. All that needs to be done now is for Haiti to make a request to Kenya, and the mission will go ahead. So that mission can go ahead as soon as next week if all the paperwork is done between Kenya and Haiti on the bilateral route that has been suggested by the court.
Haiti first sought help in 2022 as gang violence surged. However, it was unable to find anyone willing to take charge. Many foreign governments have been wary of supporting.
Now we are continuing this panel discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much, and again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, in this interview, it is very simple. Ruto has just confirmed one thing on international media to Kenyans and to the world, that he is going to disrespect court order and is ready to break the law. The ruling was made. The fact remains that it is still unconstitutional to deploy Kenyan police officers to Haiti. But it's confirming that wanangoja paperwork, then they will do that, the interpretation of the court ruling. He is ready to disobey court order and break the law. So Ruto is confirming no matter what, either court ruling or what Kenyans will say, he is determined to deploy police officers to Haiti. Hajali kama anavunja sheria, kama katiba inavurugwa, lakini kila ameamini kwamba is to deploy officers to Haiti. Now that the President of the Republic of Kenya speaking to the world, then with all this we start questioning, what is the reason behind this that pushes William Ruto to a wall to disobey court orders, to use every means possible, orthodox means, by force to send officers to Haiti. Ni nini hii? With all this, Kenyans are now questioning, how comes Haiti has neighbors like US, wako karibu na kule, with a modern, well-equipped, equipment for fighting. Wako na vifaa za kisasa nzuri kabisa za vita. And they can help Haiti very easily. How comes Kenya all the way to combat? We are not neighbors with Haiti. We are so far. We are offering our help when US is not willing to do so, despite the fact that they have one of the best fighting equipment. They can help Haiti problem in a blink of an eye. But now, we are seeing Kenya struggling here. They don't have that kind of equipment in terms of resources. You don't have. Now, depending, in countries like US, now they are giving 200 million USD in this issue. Kenya is offering. What is this that is making Ruto or pushing Ruto to even break the law and send officers to Haiti? Ni nini hiyo? Tuko mbali kabisa. They have their neighbors who should be concerned with that war because inaweza wa affect because they are neighbors. You see, the war in Somalia affected Kenya. And with that, Kenya was right to send their officers, that is now KDF, to Somalia, Republic of Somalia, because we were affected. Lakini ya Haiti inakujia wapi? You look at that, then there's so many questions. With all this, people are now concluding that there is something that the Ruto administration have got to benefit from the deployment of the police officers to Haiti. Kuna kitu wanafaidika nayo. Did he took something? Was he paid? Is there an agreement he has with the US? Because now US is the one funding and, Is there an arrangement he has with the US that is going to benefit him so that is this much determined to break the law and send officers to Haiti? Sasa hayo ndo maswali wa Kenya wanajiuliza. Itakuwaje? Koti imekataa. Wewe bado unazidi kuvunja sheria. You are so much determined. Then the conclusion is that there is something that you are personally benefiting from all this. Imagine a country where there's no control of guns, like Kenya here. They are limited. The process to get one is not easy. But you find that in Haiti and elsewhere, they get these guns easily. People who are able to easily assassinate their president, what will they do to our police officers? How safe is there 1,000 police officers going to Haiti? A country where more than 5,000 lives were claimed in 1 year. How safe is our police officers in that country? Hata si wanajeshi. The gangsters have guns. So as the police officers goes to face them with gun, they are also going to retaliate using the gun. So there will be a response of gun by gun, fire with fire. How sure that our officers will come safe, well and sound mind back in this country? Someone want to sacrifice our officers, our own brothers and sisters. Look at that. But it's like they are determined, they don't care whether they will come back live or lifeless. It's like they are focused on other things and there is something they have agreed that they are benefiting from this. And so they are so much determined to use every means to ensure that they are accomplishing that mission. So when you are here in Kenya, just know that your own president has confirmed live on camera in international media that he is ready to break the law. There's nothing else in that interpretation. No matter how he's trying to explain there, the issue is that he is determined to do whatever he can do to ensure that our officers are in Haiti. Sheria zetu za Kenya hazikubali police officers kwenda kule nje afanye kazi within our borders here. It's only KDF who can be deployed elsewhere through the National Security Council. I don't know your views, but let us read in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Thank you so much and see you in our next video.